welcome to Bob's Hot Rant video, or, Bobby's Haunted Rant video. I don't see any ghosts and goblins, yet, of the trail rides. But a couple of things. I went through Halloween, Canopy Lake Park Scream Fest, and I went to Salem. And there was a new thing. I tried out Nintedo Railroad. The train is disappointing because there are no ghosts on the train. Nintedo Railroad. Look, it's Nintedo Railroad. You know, I know you want to be putting a lot of spooks, but at least put some goblins or, you know, just goblin statues and like some, or like ghosts or hanging goblins or like that on the train, and maybe some ghosts along the way. And, you know, provide a haunted ghost ride. That's probably something they should have new. But I have to say the expansion of Nintedo Railroad is really, you know, taking it away from the central people of Nintedo Railroad. You know, Nintedo Railroad is, the train ride is central part of the place here. And now they're taking it into a new Canopy Lake Park. It's becoming like just a new children's or like that, but there has to be, you know, there's something should adults can go to, you know, at Christmas, you know, the Festival of the Lights and the Polar Express. I think sometimes the adults could be able to do it as well here. It's like this here, but look, Nintedo. This is Nintedo Railroad. Put more goblins on the, like, put some, at least some statues of zombies and ghosts in the train, and maybe put some ghost figures on along the tracks, because I mean, I was really disappointed like that here. Okay, anyway, yeah, Bob Ranch video. I think there's getting some third-party support, but big news from Super Mario Maker. A huge update's coming up on November 4th. Yeah, checkpoints, but I still don't have slopes. I still don't have many of the stuff's missing. No slopes, and still no scenery. All right. I mean, I want to make snow levels. I mean, maybe hopefully in a future update, or I think we may have to do it as a DLC. But you know, do subcategories like on the Overworld. Like, you know, they have the regular one. Also spring, summer, and like in the beach, and like also in the beaches here, fall, where the trees and the mountains are red, and the pipes, and you can have, and also have pipe reds here. So yeah, I mean, we can actually have some like this here. I don't mind Nintendo just putting down some Christmas theme, like I could like to make some Christmas theme levels. Yeah, they could compete heavy here. Also, LittleBbigPlanet 3. Hard to believe, but it's almost a year and there's still bugs. I still can't get the Movinator. There's still no Movinator icon from the thing here, because so, yeah, I have to take an existing level I've made in LittleBbigPlanet 2 and just put it as a, capture it and save it as towards my items towards LittleBbigPlanet 3. Look, fix it, alright? You said fully backwards compatible. So why can't I make cross controller levels? All right, I mean, look, but Sumo Digital says to me, all right, you could just download the space. No, I don't want the, look, I want the cross controller pack. If I can't do cross controller pack, then it is not fully backwards compatible, Sumo. And it's just weird that Sumo Digital is, you know, alright. So, future LittleBbigPlanet, I'll give it one more shot if LittleBbigPlanet 4. But if they screw it up, I'm sorry. I'm gonna stay out of it, because Media Molecule is coming out with Dreams for the PS4. That could be a pretty good game. And I think the other teams could convince Nintendo, say, look, we need a Mario 3D Maker. yeah. Also, I would, so yeah, I mean, that goes back to Mario Maker. I would love to create a 3D world. It's not as, I think a Super Mario 3D Maker would be in the lines of Super Mario 3D World. You have a start and a goal, except you providing with like that here. That could be the next sequel towards the here, but I would love Nintendo to port Mario 3D Maker to the 3DS. No, Super Mario Maker to the 3DS. Port it to the 3DS because it opens up a lot of worlds. It opens up a lot of new avenues for makers from around the world. And the latest sales figure, I think 1.5 million copies sold. 3 to 4 million copies have been uploaded, except this stupid thing that Mario decided to take off 2 of my freaking levels. Boo. I don't know if it's a penalty of it's like that here. But yeah. Fallout 4 is coming out in November 10th, which is about a little over a week away. Huge game. I think it might actually be worth the $60 because it's such a huge game. That might be one of these, but otherwise, I think that now it's time for Sony to just say, cut the PS3 support because look, I mean, it's a complicated thing to produce here. Like this. And speaking of the PlayStation 4, Sony says nope, no backwards compatibility. Sony, I understand about PlayStation 3, but look, I want PS1 and PS2 backwards compatibility on the system. And put a feature on a future update where I can insert a PS3 disc in the machine, and then Gaikai would call it, and then like Play PS Now would call it down, and then would play it. But I have to rent it online because Sony is like that. But if that's the case, then I'll just stick out my PS3 and just play a couple of classic games on it. So I don't know. I mean, Sony is just backwards compatibility. The PS3 was an okay system, but many of the games are lame. I mean, just too much military first-person shooters that they just run aground into the other day. But yeah, I blame the fanboys of first-person shooters taking us say, oh, another Call of Duty, another Battlefield like that here. It's just, so yeah, Sony has just announced firmly there will be no backwards compatibility for the PlayStation 4. Thanks, Sony. And now I think the tables have turned. I think the Xbox One is right now maybe a console might be purchasing about a year or so from now, because Sony is tripping in. I've been let down. I mean, I've been, the PS4 this generation. I was hopeful that this generation would hopefully turn things around, but I don't know. It's just this generation's the worst. Yeah. So again, October 29th, still no still no flying cars around as far as I can see. Yeah, any kind of news and anything news report to you. Yeah, Back to the Future, LittleBbigPlanet is out. So yeah. So anyways, Christmas, anyways, yep, fall's over. The trees are past their peak. I can see a couple of red spots left. We have to turn our clocks back. So, yeah. This is me, JD out. Thanksgiving's on our way. I'm trying to lose the weight that I've gained from the festivals and stuff like that. It's a battle. I mean, so it's an obesity battle. I mean, the falls, we have the festivals and the fairs and the parties and the Halloweens, and then November, I'm losing weight. November, and then I'm gonna be gaining a couple of pounds in the Thanksgiving, and then December, losing weight for a couple more weeks, and then the party's coming in. I'm gonna gain it back all December, lose weight again late January through April, or late January through the summer like this. Yeah. And hopefully we don't have any more blitzing snowstorms this weekend. Like, we got 5 inches of snow, like 5 feet of snow. These trails were almost impassable. Bobby just had to cancel down the rides through the winter time. So yeah. Happy Thanksgiving, Halloween, and happy Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's, and yeah, the holidays are approaching, and then January. I hate January, the worst month of the year. I'm gonna film myself right now on a Monday, dragging myself to the bed of the alarm, beeping and beeping and beeping for about a half an hour, and then yeah, I may go down to Florida for a week this January just to get January by. Yeah, I guess.